Dawn coming in. Here she is.
Morning, Mark.
Morning. Welcome to the show. Episode 70, Monday the 1st of June 2020. I feel we ought to get to 100, but that might be it. Do you?
Well, I can see as we're beginning to come out of lockup, but I'm not so sure, Mark. You know, I think we might be sort of surprised or frustrated. Not sure which way you're going to look at it that way, but life isn't going to be normal for a little while, I don't think. You know, seeing scenes of people on the beach, etc. And I think it is a personal choice. Now, you make your personal choice. That would you go and sit with all those people?
Well, with all the blubbery Brits hanging out? No, I wouldn't. No.
No. I meant with the risk of getting coronavirus.
No, I wouldn't go and sit with them in normal circumstances, to be honest. So.
Am I tall or something today?
I'm very conscious of this every time you come on, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So what you're saying then, we might have to go past 100 or we might do a lot less than 100?
I don't know. I'm not going to guess about it. I'm just saying that we're 30 off 100. That's a month. So that's June, end of June. I think it might go on for a little bit longer.
All right, crikey, we're going to really run out of subjects. But anyway.
Well, I've got loads of subjects, but because you're the producer, we never seem to get round to them.
Well, I will take everything into consideration. I mean, Grazia's keeping us going at the moment, so
yes.
We'll get onto that in a bit, because we first got the music quiz, and yesterday Tony Fulbrook got a track by Carol Bayer Sager called "Moving Out," and the link to Ringo Starr there was a number of steps here, because I have to challenge these guys, and the link to Ringo Starr is that Ringo was married to Barbara Bach, that was in the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, and Carol Bayer Sager wrote Nobody Does It Better, which was the theme song. There you go. So a little test there. So we've got, now that puts Tony on, by my calculations, 7.0. So he's level with Steve Fury, I think.
Yeah, Steve's been very busy with his family's birthdays, etc.
Yeah, and he's half a point behind Angie Crush, with Barry Royden leading now on 9. Leaping
away, Barry.
Yeah, he 15 miles yesterday in training before he came on to check.
I know, very good.
Yeah, good. Okay, today's song then, you've got to get the artist, the song and the link. It's quite a quiet start, so I'm not going to be really quiet here. Let's have a go. Can you hear that?
Yeah, but it's not brilliant quality. Have you moved the speaker again, or are you in front of the speaker? Remember, you've got to get to the speaker to your computer, so try it again.
Okay.
That's better. Good. Yeah, you're sort of like blocking the wavelengths.
Big lad. Okay, good. And
for that.
The little catchphrase competition has gone down quite well. So we're going to continue that. Angie Crush got yesterday, Dog Tired.
Yeah,
it wasn't Let Sleeping Dogs Lie, because there was only one dog there. And I've brought him back to do a bit more. So I've got him doing this one today. So you don't get a guess because you know what it is. But
yeah.
One for the viewers. I'm just getting a feel for their ability, catchphrase ability at the moment. So here we go. Can you see him yet? Can you see the thing yet?
Yeah, it's a bit blurry, but yeah.
I haven't started yet. It's not a fake.
Okay.
On the cards, Oscar. Look, what's it? Pick a card. Get out of it. Pick a card. There you go. Right, now pick a card. Which card would you like? Which card? Oscar, pick a card. Useless.
It just makes me laugh. He's so silly.
He's still like a puppy on some days, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was the treat. Mind you, he did still afterwards. I broke the treat up and I put the 3 lots down, and I did say to him, "Wait," and he did wait. And then, but he decided not to wait for my command. He just wandered up and started eating.
Yeah, he don't care. That's the beauty of being about 90 odd. You can just do what you like and don't give a monkey.
Do what you like. It doesn't matter. And how can you tell them off?
We've got a few viewers like that. Anyway.
Not a 90-year-old, surely.
No. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Pinging. Yeah. Okay, bit of feedback. Alan Buckle. He's looking for an ageing parents exchange scheme. And you know, I don't know if his mum watches, but he's also dissing Grimsby as well. So, Grimsby.
Can I just say something? I love my parents very much, and I don't want to swap them.
You're lucky to have two. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't swap your mum either. She's good fun when she, you know, when she's able to get out and about. She's usually very good, but because of this, she hasn't been. But
no, sorry, Alan. Nobody's coming up with a swap for you. Sorry.
Well, somebody might listen to this and think, "Oh, that's a good idea." But I mean, Grimsby. Oh, I'm not sure. You know.
Yeah. Angie Crush looking for books. And shows you what my memory is like. I said, "Oh, good idea. We'll have book recommendations." Then I remembered we did that in one of the early episodes, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, we did. It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the books on running and other bits and pieces are usually written by men, aren't they? There's not too many books about women have written, or are there? Can you think of any?
Well, no, it's probably Paula Radcliffe's autobiography, Kelly Holmes, stuff like that. But I don't think they were that great. I will remind everyone, The Ghost Runner, I think, is one of the best books that I've read, whether it's on running or not, but brought a tear to my eye on occasions, so that was good. So the big feedback, of course, is Grazia's day, meeting up with her boyfriend for the first time in best part of 3 months, I think, and going for...
Well, you better explain that he hasn't actually seen anybody since lockdown. So March the 23rd, he's not seen anybody because his friends are in London, and obviously Grazia is his girlfriend. She was in Tunbridge, and he's working from home. His hobby's diving, so in a sense he hasn't seen anybody. So it must be awful, and for your mental state, you must feel terribly, terribly lonely, as if you're the only one here. So, I think it was good that he could visit, and he's waited until they've relaxed the lockdown rules, etc. So, and luckily, everything went well. Go on, Mark. You're itching to say something.
No, everything did go well, yeah, and no, we're not obsessed with Grazia's love life. We're as Andy Poppleton put, we just are concerned for people's well-being, stress, lifestyle, and everything else, aren't we? We're just offering a helping hand, so to put.
To be fair, Grazia did ask, "What should I do?" because the neighbour had threatened to call the police. And when you're confronted with something like that, it is worrying. You do sort of look at yourself. But I do think that everybody's in a different place. So you've got to be understanding, compassionate and kind, and I don't think people are like that. And I think that's the frustration of perhaps being in lockup for so long, and they're beginning now to nitpick about things, etc. But honestly, get a grip, everyone.
Viewers, when we spoke about body language and things like that, when Dawn's in full flight on a subject, you can tell. You don't even have to look at her. You can just listen to her, and you can feel the tension and the things she cares about. Because you start getting this noise in the background, and yeah.
My hands were up here.
They weren't. No, they weren't. No. Anyway, that reminds me of a story I was told at the weekend where somebody lives in a cul-de-sac and they've got about 30 houses there, and not so long ago, a few of them got their deck chairs out, sat in their front drives, with a drink, had a little bit to eat, but spoke across the street at each other. And one of the neighbours phoned the police saying the party had overspilled into the street and the police should be there. And they were raided by the police, who turned up and then were scratching their heads about what was going on. And it was I don't know. I mean,
I do think some people need to go for it. Now, if I'd have been that neighbour, I'd have gone out and had a look and asked what was going on, asked a question. I mean, this is your rule of thumb, isn't it? Ask a question. And then people would have said, oh, we're just having a chit chat, staying 2 metres apart. And they were complying. I mean, they were out in the open. They weren't in each other's houses. So at the end of the day, it was good.
Yeah. On the Grazia thing, though, I put on Twitter this morning and saw headlines saying that it's from today it's going to be illegal to have one person from another household in your house. But I can't. You can get headlines in papers, but you can't see anything official yet. I need to check that out. I missed the briefings thing yesterday and don't know where that's come from, but it was in a couple of papers. So,
oh, for goodness sake, Mark, you need to get a grip as well. Why are you reading papers and listening to all this nonsense? You're filling your head with things that aren't true.
well,
Just like the rest of them.
I might want a lady friend round here or something.
Well, you can have a lady friend around here. Just make sure I'm not here.
You've got to know the rules. Yeah, crikey. Yeah. Been weeks. Right. You've thrown me off now. There was something else I was going. We're changing the subject. Sarah Bunce from Tasmania finally came up with her bear story where she met.
Oh.
Did you read it?
No, I didn't. Where was that? Right back on the episode that it was. Did she put it on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't go back that far.
She was trekking with a friend. They were on a little bit of an expedition, I think in British Columbia, then came across this little bear cubs. And it was such a sweet little bear cub. It was like one that reminded her of a toy that her mum had given her when she was young.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then she heard the noises from behind, and it was the mother. And they were up this very, very narrow pathway high up in the mountains and didn't know what to do. But there was nowhere to go really, and quite frightening experience. But luckily, the little bear cub ran back to her mother, and then they disappeared. And so I still can't believe that she did it from the story she was telling, but they carried on up the path and were okay. I think I would have gone back down wherever we'd come from. But there you go.
Yeah,
so,
but she could have gone sideways, and all she was concerned about.
She didn't go sideways. I think she was hundreds of feet drop.
No, the bear.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake! See, this is why we're not on the same wavelength. You read too much rubbish. That's your problem.
That's not rubbish. Sarah wrote it.
No, not that. The paper bit. Oh goodness.
I'm leaving that to you to research, and you can come back on that one tomorrow. Right. We were thinking of subjects, so we thought we'd ask Nicole, our daughter, of a subject. And what did she come up with? This: you're stuck on a desert island. What three things and 3 people would you have there with you? And which of the 3 people would you kill first and eat?
She's so bloody cheerful, she is, honestly. I've got to answer that one, have I?
You want to have a go?
Yeah, I'd take you.
Sweetie.
You won't be smiling in a minute. I'd take, who else would I take? Oh, goodness, this is difficult to choose 3 people that you like and get on with.
You don't have to like and get on with them. It just says you got to take 3 people for whatever reason.
No. Hold on a sec. I'd take your brother Adam because he just makes me laugh all the time, and he's quite practical, unlike you. And who else? Oh, I'd take my sister Pauline because we're sort of like on the same list. Those 3 people. But the first person I'd eat is you. Is you'd get on my nerves and you wouldn't be pulling your weight.
And what 3 things? What 3 things would you take?
A very sharp knife, a pillow. I need to be raised up, and oh goodness, what else would I do? Nothing else that I would need. God, 3 things. So that's difficult, isn't it?
Oh, never mind. You're stuck.
Well, apart from a knife, most other things you can make, can't you? You can, as long as you can cut things, etc. A pair of scissors, because sometimes I like a string or something.
We're very close on that then. I had you, and then I thought you'd better take. I had a number of people, but I thought you'd better take your sister. I'd take your sister because it give you someone to talk to.
Other than you.
And then I thought you better take the brother-in-law because if you're taking your sister, it's a bit unfair to not take him, and he's quite practical.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'd have to eat you. Yeah, it would be a bit unfair leaving one of the others without it. So, yeah. And then we're quite close. I had a saw.
Yeah.
Golden retriever. And a stocked wine cellar. There you go. Thank you, Nicole, for that. Good. Right, we're off now. You're going to do your research. All right.